The version of you that got you here can't take you forward. This is our final episode in the Beyond Survival series. This was episode 40, 41, and 42. No. 40, 40, 41, 42, 43. We've had 3 episodes that was a part of the Beyond Survival series. And today we're closing with truth. Not harsh truth, but honest truth. This series of you that got you here cannot take you forward. This version of you, sorry, I'm so excited because I got so much feedback from the episode 41 and 42 with how it just touched home and how the simple way I explained it touched home for people. Like, I definitely thank you guys for the feedback and things of that nature. But yes, the version of you that got you here cannot take you forward. That doesn't mean they failed. It means they fulfilled their purpose. The habits that once protected you, the hustle that once saved you, the people pleasing that once kept you peace, they worked. But growth doesn't ask, did this work before? It asks, does it still align with me today? I have to ask myself that almost regularly when I'm making decisions or when certain things are brought upon me or certain people especially. Does it align with where I'm going or with what I'm doing, down to the work that I'm doing? Does it align with where I'm going or where I'm headed? Yes, it aligned with who I was last year, the early part of the year, but today, does it align with where you're going? And sometimes the hardest part of growth is releasing what once worked. You don't outgrow things because they're bad. You outgrow them because you're different. You know what was once okay for you isn't okay with you today. You grow. So when you outgrow things, it isn't because it's bad. It's because you're different. So again, things that I may have accepted, things that I may have done, ways that I may have thought have changed because I am different. I have outgrown certain people, places, and things. And that is okay. And with love. Growth requires new standards, new boundaries, new rhythms, not more pressure, but more intention. Discipline not rooted in fear, but in self-respect. And I honestly don't think you can grow without having self-respect for you. Self-respect is a part, like maybe like in the in the top part of growing, because when you realize, once you start shifting, once you start growing, once you start learning, as you shift, the self-respect becomes number one priority for self. And the future version of you isn't always asking you to do more. They're asking you to do things differently. Again, as I said, there were certain things, people, places, and things that I once was okay with. But today, it's different. And again, with love, I have outgrown some places, some people, and some things. As I use my work experience as an example, I've spent a numerous of years in education, which education is still following me, but a little different. I pivot I pivot a little differently because of where I'm going. Where I once was, it doesn't align with where I'm going. So that's why I'm doing things a little differently. People may think, oh, what's she doing? Or, oh, she left her job after all of this time and da-da-da. They could think that all they want to. But I'm doing things differently because I have to in order to get to where I'm going. Guys, here's your permission slip. You are allowed to evolve without apology. You are allowed to choose alignment over your history and your past, as I just said. You are allowed to release versions of yourself with gratitude and not guilt. And if you're ready to turn this awareness into real practice, real structure, and consistency, I'm going to tell you again, the Inner Work Club and that 8-week growth challenge exists for this exact reason in this exact moment, because awareness is power. And that 8-week challenge, when I tell you, it set me down and it made me so intentional with my direction. Again, awareness is powerful, as I said, but the integration is where life changes. You have to integrate. You have to shift. Thank you for growing with me in this series. Remember, if you didn't listen to episode 41 and 42, please go back and you can see the connections of the 3 series. I was going to make it a little longer, but I wanted it to be direct and intentional. So guys, remember, you are not behind. You are becoming. And just know that the work is working. Peace.